This challenge is suggested by Christopher Harris. So basically, I have to use the aces of the next big battle, Important Trainer. Well, I mean, Gym Leaders and Elite Four. So, first rival fight's me just headbutting his Starly, and just Piplup down. I punched his Piplup because it luckily didn't hit me with Bubble, even though it has it. Whatever. Next up's Rourke. I taught Cranidos Rock Smash. I went for Focus Energy to get crits, and 2 Rock Smashes got the Geodude. Next up's Onyx. Rock Smash took it out. A few Rock Smashes took it out. 3 healed. And last up's Cranidos. Rock Smash took it. One Rock Smash problem to red, then a Rock Smash took him out. Then I caught Gardenia. And then now it's time to fight Mars. I got Magical Leaf, even though it's 4 times resistance, still does more than Poison Sting to Zubat, so a few Magical Leafs took out for Zubat, which was annoying to deal with. And then next up is Purugly. It went for Fake Out, almost killing me, but got Poison Pointed. Magical Leaf brings it to red, eats its berry, goes for Scratch Team at 7 health, no, Magical Leaf takes it out. Next up is Gardenia. Poison Sting, or Cherubi, 2 Poison Stings take it out. Then next up is her Turtwig. A Poison Sting, bringing her to about 2 Poison Sting, bring her down to a quarter. Then I go for a Magical Leaf when it sets up a Reflect. Then last up is her Rose Red, which was literally just us barely hitting each other. She stun spored me. I just started to Poison Sting her since it did a little bit more damage than Magical Leaf. So yeah. This run gets very stally, by the way. There's one fight that, ooh. And I have 17 more minutes to commentate on this beauty too. All in one take, people. Someone kill me, please. Why do I do this to myself? Whatever, I beat Mainly, eventually I caught Lucario. Named it, not Mainly, I beat Gardenia, then I caught Lucario, then Mainly into Lucario to fight Maylene later. Whatever. Jupiter, I think her name is? I don't know. 2 Medical Scout or Zubat. Then I Bone Rush, just going to take twice. Then it Screeching. I go for Bone Rush, but I missed. It goes for Night Slash. I go for Bone Rush, but I missed. It goes for Smoke Screen. For Bone Rush, but I missed. Just works again. That's how I just say fucking went for Force Palm. Then I'm using Force Palm, I miss the next one, then another Force Palm takes her out. Next up's Barry. Force Palm, one shots at Starly. Next up's Ponyta. Bone Rush. These Bone Rushes Ponyta, knock it out. Next up's Prinplup. Force Palm brings it to yellow. Another Force Palm takes it out. Then last one is his Roselia. Next up's Roselia. Middle Call took it out, 1 shot. Maylene time. I taught Lucario Psychic because I came with my life savings away like I'll always do. The 1 shots for Meditite and her Machoke. Then next up's her Lucario. I go for Force Palm, knocking it out 1 shot. Then I caught a Float Soul to replace Lucario, name it Wake. Now Wake time. I used Swift on his Gyarados, and yes, me being level 37, I had to because I would not win. I started crunching out his Gyarados, and 2 crunches took him out after a defense drop. Next up's Quagsire. I go for a crunch. He got a defense drop. I go for another crunch. He heals. I go for another crunch, right into red. Then I go for Swift to take it out. Last up's his Float Soul. I go for crunch. Another crunch to bring it to yellow. He goes for Pursuit. For some reason, I go for crunch. He went for Swift. He went for Brian, which took me out, but another crunch took out his Float Soul. Then I caught Miss Magius earlier on accident. Then I named it Fantina. Alright. I had some TMs from the gambling store, so I taught Fantina Thunderbolt and Psychic. And it had Shadow Ball when I caught it because, well, Stone Evolutions when you're catching them at low levels can be busted. And, well, since Miss Magius has high stats and really good moves, I tore through Barry's team. Alright, next up is Fantina herself. Shadow Ball 1 shots her Drifblim. Next up is her Miss Magius. I go for Shadow Ball, bringing it to yellow. She goes for Magical Leaf. I go for another Shadow Ball, taking it down. Last up's her Gengar. She goes for Shadow Claw, almost killing me. Just thanks God to Gengar's attack. Now 1 Shadow Ball, 1 shots it. I catch Bastion on, named it Byron. And well, I love Bastion. God damn, does it fucking suck when it's all by itself. Bastion only run maybe in the future. No, I'm not doing that. I am not going to torture myself. But basically, Bastion gets taken out. I come back at level 45, and well, no luck. But this time I got unlucky with hitting my Rock Tombs on fucking Staraptor for the first Staravia for a bit. Then Heracross came in, Brick Break. I go for Metal Burst, barely not killing it. I go for Metal Burst again, it stops the Prinplup. I go for Rock Tomb, the few Bubble Beams take me out. And went for Aerial Ace for some reason, I don't know why, but it eventually took me out. This is post-commentary, by the way. This took me a few hours to grind up. It's like, I got this challenge on the 20th, and right now we're on the 22nd. I think my other Pokemon challenge is just aired at the time of recording this. I don't know. But anyway, came back a little 51 to still barely do anything to his Heracross because it's 4 times weaknesses. Alright, this Sprint flips up. He goes for Air Lace. I go for Dig. So you do damage, but well. I love Bastiodon, but it sucks by itself. I come back to level 60. Yeah, you heard me, 60. My opponents are about half that level. Rock Tomb one-shots his Staravia, Metal Burst, and then 2 Metal Bursts took out his Heracross. Next up, Sprint Plup. I go for Rock Tomb. Then I go for another Rock Tomb. And I actually eventually take it out because I didn't go for Bubble Beam. I love Metal Burst. It's such a cool attack because it's great for Bastion who's defensively, and it's reflect and counter. Not reflect, counter and Mirror Coat. Yeah, that's nice. Last up is Ponyta, by the way, and well, Dig one-shotted it. You know what's ironic about this whole thing? Byron's next, and well, we're not gonna focus on Byron just because right now anyway. I did all that grinding, all those hours of grinding, and after this fight, it's gonna mean nothing. Whatever. His first 2 Pokemon, Bronzor and Steelix, go down to a few digs, no trouble really. But his Bastiodon. What happens when you pick up one defensive tape versus another? Well, you get this. You're about to notice it's about to go into faster than normal because, well, it took so damn long to kill him with his rest stalling that I just fast forwarded to 32 times speed than normal. And I don't use emulator speed up for this bullshit, by the way. Whatever. I eventually won though. I named guy Bombs needed Candace. Then next up is Saturn. Whatever. Hey, Blizzard is never misses, so I just keep going for Blizzard against his Pokemon. And I eventually do win. Then I guess the most interesting thing was his Bronzor, just because it could eat my attacks. Whatever. I eventually did take it out without taking any damage. About halfway done. A little less than halfway done with this, folks. Jupiter is her name. Well, go out down one shot. Bronzor. I used Blizzard. Then it started going for Iron Defense. Another Blizzard froze it, ironically. Then I got killed by Hail. Last up for Perugly. She goes for Slash. I go for Blizzard. Then I go for Ice. Then I go for Ice Wood Hammer to take it out, leaving me at 7 health. That got close. Alright, Candace time. I go for Blizzard on her Snover to one-shot it. Next up is her Metachamp. She goes for Detect. I go for Blizzard again, but just to use Bulk Up. Blizzard one-shots it. Then next up is her Sneasel. She goes for Taunt. I go for Wood Hammer. Then last up is her Abomasnow. I go for Blizzard. I go for Wood Hammer to do damage on accident. And he goes for Avalanche, almost killing me. They go for Blizzard, taking it out. Well, no, I didn't go for Blizzard. I used Ice Cream to take it out because it missed a Grass Whistle. This is why you write scripts, people. Alright, I caught a Luxray. I named it Minato because Faulkner just reminds me of like a Minato, kind of. Don't ask why I named it that. That was a miscalculation. But it's first Cyrus fight, and Minato tore through with his Thunder Fang, with her Thunder Fang. It's kind of ironic. I gave these names, for the most part, they're like opposite genders of what Pokemon should be. Whatever. Alright, Saturn fight number 2. Kadabra went down to 1 crunch, his Bronzor went down to 2 crunches, and then last up is his Toxicroak, who I used Crunch on accident. This gives a Brick Break. Then a few Thunder Fangs took it out because I actually paralyzed it. Galactic Double Battle, and well, it actually wasn't that bad considering Galactic Double Battles, really. It's like I was able to one-shot the Bronzors, one of the Bronzors before they could set up too much. Set up a Light Screen, but I'm using Thunder Fang. But I was a fool to. Then Barry's Munchlax was. I mean, it was alright for lowering defense, which is nice, but it was pushover, really. Alright. So, with power, then Staraptor one-shot Perugly as I finished off Skunting with a Thunder Fang. Then last up with the Gold Pack, and well, I have an Electric type who likes to miss Thunder Fang a lot. Yeah. But we actually won. And Cyrus. Yeah. That fight totally went off without a hitch. Totally. I was able to take out the Haunch Crow, but I missed a Thunder Fang on the Gyarados. But that was a different attempt. I used Thunder Fang to one-shot Gyarados, but the problem was I can't do enough damage to Weavile, and Weavile does too much to me. And also it crits like it's Gen 1. Alright, I come back to level 60, Thunder Fang one-shot Haunch Crow, and yes, the level 60 was necessary. I did this like at level 55, 56, it still did enough. Thunder Fang one-shots his first 2. Then I go for Thunderbolt, because that does more damage. Then he heals it, then 2 Thunderbolts take it out, leaving me at 79 health. And then next up is Crobat. I go for Thunder Fang as it confuses me. I hit myself with Confusion. I go for Thunder Fang. I don't kill it. Then it bites me. Then I get hit Thunder Fang. I got close. I might like I'll probably get punched this confused to death. Alright, Volkner time. A Crunch took out his Raichu. Except his Luxray. I go for Crunch because with Thunder Fang paralyzing me. I say fuck it, I'm paralyzed, might as well. I went for Giga Impact to one-shot his Luxray. Except Artillery, he used Bolty as a recharged. I go for Thunder Fang, he goes Bolty again. Thunder Fang one-shots Artillery. Next up is his Ambipom. I go for Thunder Fang, I miss, goes for Agility. I go for Thunder Fang, bring it to yellow. He goes for Agility again. Then I go for Thunder Fang. Don't know why I kept setting up like that. Alright, then I caught an Infernape, that's Flint's Ace. Then I caught a Sudowoodo, that's Bertha's Ace. Then I caught Bronzong, that's Lucian's Ace. And then I caught Drapion, that's Aaron's Ace. And finally a Garchomp, that's Cynthia's Ace. Final round of fight time. I'm gonna Pokemon level 60 to match Cynthia's. Rock Slide on Staraptor, it goes for U-turn. Next up, Empoleon. She uses Empoleon, swap out to Garchomp, go for an Earthquake. I take it out from there. Next up is the Staraptor. I side swap back out to Sudowoodo as it goes for U-turn again. Since it's a Heracross, I decide, fuck it, I'm just gonna double edge it. It goes for Aerial Ace for some reason, not gonna use a fight type move, get a critical double edge. And more Sudowoodo has Rock Hit, so this takes no recoil. And then for some reason, he goes for Poison Jab and Grass Whistle on my Sudowoodo, so I was able to take him, bring in red with a double edge before it took me out with a Shadow Ball. Then Flamethrower finished off Roserade. Next up, Staraptor, decided to stay in and Flamethrower it. Then next up is Snorlax. I go for Close Combat, bring it down to red, as it goes for Body Slam, almost taking me out. Then Flamethrower finished it off. Last up is Rapidash. I decided to stay in, just Close Combat it, then I went for Bounce. I swapped out to Drapion, then I took it out with a Cross Poison. Yeah, that was a mouthful. Alright, Aaron. Sudowoodo. I like Sudowoodo. It's such a good Pokemon. I don't use it enough for how much I like it. To be fair, I actually don't really hate that much Pokemon. I like all Pokemon. I mean, to be fair, my opinion could be invalid. I actually had fun playing Sword and Shield. Whatever. But between Sudowoodo and Fernape, we tore through this team. And the only reason some of his Pokemon live was because of a light screen Dustox setup. His Drapion got took out by an Earthquake, if you're wondering, by the way, as a hit, not even doing half with Ice Fang. Then went for Aerial Ace. I don't know why people love you going for random Aerial Aces in this game. Last up is Vespiquen, and a Flare Blitz took it out one shot. Alright, next up's Bertha. I believe it was Sudowoodo. It goes for Sandstorm. I go for Woodhammer, one shot he gets. Next up's Whiscash. I go for Woodhammer again, but it takes me out with an Aqua Tail. Can't get too lucky, I guess. To be what you go for next, I sent out Garchomp and just started going for Earthquake for pure damage. Earthquake brings it down to 25%, goes for Aqua Tail, bringing me down to a little over half. Dragon Claw, finish it off. Next up, her Sudowoodo. I go for Earthquake, and I one shot, nearly one shot. I guess it just goes for Hammer Arm. I go for Dragon Claw. I go for Crunch to break the kill range. Then Earthquake takes it out. Next up is her Golem. I go for Close Combat to do damage, bring it to red as it goes for Sandstorm. For whatever reason, it could take me out or whatever. I go for Flamethrower to break the kill range, and then another Close Combat takes it out. Whew. Then Whiscash is coming out. The Hippowdon. This is not Platinum. I go for Ice Fang, and I freeze it, and it stays frozen. But my luck, I miss an Ice Fang while taking it out. Ugh. I think this proves that I can't use non-100 accuracy moves. My luck was stuff like Fire. Hell, Ice Fang's 90. Hell, fucking Charge Beam's 90%. And I missed that thing more than I missed stuff like Fire Blast and Thunder. Explain that to me. Whatever, Flint time. I lead off Sudowoodo. I go for Rock Slide and take out his Rapidash. Next up is Infernape. I send out Lucian. I go for Extra Sensory as it goes for Mach Punch. Extra Sensory brings it down 25%, eats a berry, goes for Mach Punch, Extra Sensory takes it out. Then, next up is Steelix. I send out Flint. I go for Flamethrower for its weaker special defense. I bring it to 1 health. He heals. I go for another Flamethrower. And I took it out that time. It was in a range. Next up is Lopunny. I go for Close Combat, one-shot it. And last up is Drifblim. And I send out Sudowoodo again to go for a Rock Slide on it. He goes for Omnibus Wind. I go for Rock Slide. And I bring it to red. I go for another Rock Slide as he heals. And then I go for another Rock Slide as he misses a Will-O-Wisp. Don't know why I chose to use Will-O-Wisp there. I don't know. Alright, last you remember Lucian. I lead off the Drapion. Crunch one-shots Mr. Mime. Next up is Bronzong. I go for Crunch as he goes for Gyro Ball. I swap out to Infernape as he goes for Earthquake. I go for Flamethrower. His doesn't have Heat Proof. And one-shots it with a crit, luckily. Next up is Alakazam. I send out Drapion. I go for Crunch as he goes for Focus Blast. And we're taking Drapion out. And I nearly one-shot it. Next Crunch does one-shot it though, which is nice. Giraffe rigs up, I go for Crunch, and I one-shot it with a crit. I don't know if crit mattered. It might have. Less of meta champ. So I go for damage, go for Cross Poison, and assist me with the Drain Punch. I send out Sudowoodo, and it goes for... and for some reason, it doesn't go for Fire Punch. It doesn't go for Drain Punch. It keeps going for stuff like Thunder Punch and Fire Punch. And I eventually was able to take it out, because it was dumb move choice. You would took me out easily with Drain Punch. For Cynthia, well, you can tell I was saying first fight with Cynthia. I didn't win this. I tried going for a Toxic Stealth Rock approach, but I got bogged down by her other Pokemon. So she took out my Bronzong with Earthquake with her Gastronaut. I send out Sudowoodo. I accidentally misclick because she goes for Sludge Bomb as I go for Hammer Arm. She heals, and a Wood Hammer takes her out one shot. Next up is her Lucario. I go for Hammer Arm, but it takes me out with the Aura Sphere. I send out Cynthia. I go for Earthquake, and I'm running out of breath talking like this. But I take out Lucario with Earthquake, go for Dragon Claw on her Garchomp, bring it to 25. She takes me out with Brick Break. Ironically, a crit, but it didn't matter. I send out Infernape, but Garchomp's faster, so it's an Earthquake. Then I send out Drapion, same thing. Ice Fang couldn't take it out from there. Then I eventually lost. It was a shame. But I tried. So after I lost that, hold on, my team I'm shouting because I accidentally left the volume on for this one. Let me just go ahead and mute this. Perfect. Fuck it. I didn't speed it up. I'm just gonna keep it slow down. She eventually did take me out. I'm saying that because I am not recording 16 minutes of audio again. Alright, second fight of Cynthia, and yes, level 70 was necessary. I tried it again, level 6. All my walls be at level 65. Didn't work. I'm not boring y'all with the details. I'll lead off with Drapion this time, set up 2 layers of Toxic Spikes, and I swapped out to Bronzong. I missed Toxic twice on her Whimsicott. My god, I'm thinking Gen 5 now. Whatever, Toxic on her Spiritomb. I mean, to be fair, Spiritomb does look like a Ghost-type Whimsicott. Whatever. She swaps out to Lucario. Go for extra to Lucario for damage. And for some reason, he uses Dragon Pulse, and I was going to take out Lucario with Bronzong. I decided to keep Bronzong in just to sack it off. I sent in, what's it called, Sudowoodo, but I misclicked, but it doesn't matter, so it took me out Muddy Water. I sent out, Cynthia, my Garchomp, and Dragon Claw plus Toxic took it out. Next up, her Garchomp. I go for Dragon Claw, as it goes for Brick Break. The Dragon Claw brings it to yellow. Then another Dragon, as it goes for Earthquake, bring me to yellow. A Dragon Claw took out her Garchomp. Next up's her Melodic. I go for Earthquake, bring it to yellow. She Toxics, now Earthquake takes it out. Next up's her Spiritomb again, but it's still Toxic. She heals it, as it Toxic, the Stalwart brings it to red. 2 Dragon Claws take it out. And last up's her Roserade, and I used Flamethrower to take it out one shot. And I was using their aces. God, I'm tired.